All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of a different video today. I haven't actually shot something exactly like this. I think I have way long ago, but pretty much, I want to answer a question, and that question is: can you build a full PC using only Wish? I think I know the answer to it kind of already. I've already been looking into this, obviously. But I'm going to bring you in is to show you what I have found and what parts I have found all on Wish and what we could potentially be working with. And of course, as you might have probably already figured out by now, I'm thinking of actually doing this build. If it is possible, I'm thinking of doing it, but that's going to depend on you guys. Obviously, in the comments down below, you're going to have to let me know on that one. But for now, let's dive right in to wish.com, show you what I've got, and kind of talk you through where my head's at and how we could pull this off, and what are the pros and cons of doing something like this. Okay, so here we are on wish.com, and obviously you guys can see that I have, underwear, which someone in one of my Wish videos some time ago actually did say they bought underwear and other, mentionables on wish.com. That's great, I guess. Wish.com is not like Amazon. I don't exactly get like, a kickback from people using Wish. And at least not at this point. They don't have anything like that really set up. So yeah, this is just something I just do, and hope you guys enjoy it. So right here, we have our list here at wish.com. I don't want to scroll too much because there is like adult things scattered about the timeline, if you want to call it like that, or the product listing on Wish front page. And so it really is something you got to be a little bit careful about. So I'm not going to scroll too much on my product listing. There's just no telling what Wish will put up here sometimes. It's a little weird. But if you bounced into like one adult product at all on Wish, you're going to see like a slew of them on your product listing when you show up from Wish from that point on. It's a little weird. Okay, I'm just going to go right up here into my wish list. I'm going to click on PC because I have a PC wish list here. Now, in this particular list, we have a bunch of PC parts, just about everything needed to make the PC. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what I found here roaming around on Wish to try and make this build happen. So let's start with the case, actually. So what we have here is a very basic, computer case. The one thing I liked about it is a bit more of on the modern side. It has the glass on the front, sides, and even the top, it looks like, which that's pretty interesting. I didn't notice that until right now. So it's done up in a way where you hope it looks like this. But more importantly, I picked this because it seemed like it had good cable management, or at least decent cable management. And I'm hoping it does, because that's kind of an important thing. When you build a computer, you want it to have good cable management in this day and age. There's no point in having a case that has poor cable management. It's just not something I'm really looking into. As usual, you have the reviews over here. Tell you guys all the time, always wait for the reviews. And as you can clearly see, wish.com hasn't changed with its inflated and ridiculous supposed retail prices, or whatever they want to call this. But yeah, $570 for a case. Right. Don't believe that. Pretty much it's a basic case. I think it'll do good. But of course you can choose whatever case you want to. There's plenty of computer cases here on Wish, not just this one. So this is one area where you're not locked in to just a few options. There's a lot of different computer cases on Wish to choose from. So this is one that I was thinking of, and I might change it. Who knows? Coming over here, go straight to the motherboard up top. Now, this is an X79 motherboard. I chose this because I actually have an X79 system just sitting right next to me. Patience. So girl right here is a Sandy Bridge E system, X79, running on an Asus P9 X79 Pro motherboard. So I went ahead and chose this, and the reason I chose this is just in case I cannot find a CPU, which is one of the hardest things to find on Wish, is a working CPU or a compatible CPU with whatever build you're doing. I can use the one that's in patience on this system. So that's pretty much my reasoning on that one. This one is $102. For an X79 motherboard, I have to assume that $102 is pretty much the very, very limit you really want to be paying for such an old board. X79 has been out for quite a long time. It's a dated system. This is why I'll be upgrading pretty soon. But I'll talk about it in another video. But here we have this board has $102, and I'll just leave it at that. I really do think that some of these parts, considering that we're building for an older platform on Intel, you can probably find for a cheaper price on like eBay or other websites. You really have to be looking for them. But I think you can find them for a cheaper price than this. But let's just roll what we have. So $102, almost the best I could find, honestly. All the other ones were just for other platforms I couldn't find CPUs for. So here we have our cooler. And I have to hope that this cooler will work for our chipset. Actuality, I'm not completely positive that it can. It doesn't have a lot of details on it, so I'll have to look a little bit more into this. It looks like it can, but I'll have to look a little bit more into this. There's just like look at this. Look at this description: DC 12 volt 4-pin single fan computer PC. Not mentioning anything about the socket compatibility at all. It's really weird. It's super weird. So I don't know if this is really something that will work for us. And thanks to how Wish is on the PC, I can't really zoom into these pictures. So it's super weird. I'm guessing they expect me to be able to tell from this layout here. It looks like from these pins, from this little picture here, that it is compatible with X79. It looks to be. However, I'm really not sure. I don't know if I want to trust that. We'll get to it, but that looks like a Intel socket that is made for the X79 platform right there. We'll see. If it is, then this cooler will do. Again, there is other coolers on Wish, so I don't think you're truly locked into just this one here. And in this case, for a cooler, you probably don't have to just go to Wish for that. You can probably go wherever the heck you want to. I'm just trying to do everything from Wish. Over here, we have a Xeon CPU made for the LGA 2011 platform. That's X79. So maybe I think this will work in our board. This is a real toss-up. I will do more research on this, but I'm pretty sure this can work in our board. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. I got a screen over here. All right, looks like it is. We just need to make sure we update the BIOS on the motherboard and our Xeon will work. Awesome. Okay, so now let's move on to our graphics card. This is where I've seen a couple of videos around the net where these graphics cards, they say that they're 1050 Ti, 4G, DDR5, blah, blah, blah. But if you notice, they don't really specifically say NVIDIA in their descriptions. They just say GTX 1050 Ti, and they put in the image NVIDIA CD, and it's questionable. You can tell from the graphics, the images, and everything that everything here is a little bit questionable on whether this is actually a NVIDIA card. I will say that we don't give a damn. All right, we just want the card to work. If it can put out close to the numbers of an actual 1050 Ti, great. Let's move on right here. Just your basic DDR4 memory. Hope to Lord that it is good. It is $30. This is an 8 gig stick. We're gonna need 2 of these because, as I always say, in this day and age, it is 16 gigs. That's an actual minimum, not 8. But you don't really need more than 8 for your basic gaming system. So you choose how you want to do that. Spend $30, spend $60, whatever you want to do. Let's go ahead to our power supply. 27 bucks. Oh boy, I have a big problem recommending this. If I were to build a system, oh boy, I would probably get this power supply just to try and keep with the theme of everything from Wish. But please don't get this power supply. Don't do this. There's just no excuse to not get a certified power supply that is at least bronze or higher. At least bronze. Those are pretty decent in price, pretty cheap. You don't have to go and get like $27 power supplies that don't have any sort of rating whatsoever on here. At least none that I can see on the in these images. So just, yeah, it will work. I'm sure it will. That's probably why I'm going to do it. I know it will work. However, for you guys out there, you know, spending your money on a computer, spend the proper money on a power supply. This thing, the certifications do mean something. All right, you don't want to just get a power supply from any old place, plug it up, and then all of a sudden that thing faults on you, it causes a fire, something like that. You get you get where I'm going with this. All right, so let's move on. That is our power supply. It's a 680 watt. We don't need that much power, especially for a system that's only going to run a 1050 Ti anyways. So that's more than enough power. This is another CPU I found, but this is for an i3 system. We can go ahead and remove both of these down here. Let's go and do that right now. Check and check. That was a part of my research before doing this video. And here's what we're left with. All right, so we have pretty much everything to make a basic computer system. Oh, we're missing something, aren't we? Where's our hard drive? Let's go find a hard drive, guys. Here we go. Here's where I need to be right here. All right, 40 gigs, solid state. It claims to have the 510 megabit read or write. I don't know. It doesn't really specify. It just says 510 megabits per second. There's probably reads and the writes are just terrible. All right, let's just go ahead. I'm going to grab this. This is the one I need. Add to wish list. It adds, I don't know why they don't let me choose the wish list that I want to add it to. Let me go ahead and add that to the proper wish list here. All right. Okay, everything's moved in. All right, so now we have our drive here. It's an SSD. And that is pretty much going to sum up everything we need for a system. Just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and add everything to cart to see what our total comes up to. That's pretty interesting, right? All right, this is what we're looking at here. And as you can see from the price, I don't know, guys. It is possible to build a system from Wish. However, for $636, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And this is the problem I have here. So the thing is, we're also paying for shipping. And we have $100 worth of shipping on these items. And then before shipping, we're already over $500. I think I can build a better basic system for that much money. Instead of building a system filled with parts that I'm not even sure if they are working or not, or if they are even the best parts. Honestly, they're not. I mean, this is, for what we have here, I don't know if this is worth it. However, I don't know. Again, you know what, you guys, maybe we won't build this exact system. Maybe I have to rearrange things around, kind of find a better build. Let me know down in the comments if you think this is something worth pursuing. Should we build a PC using nothing but Wish, except for parts where, of course, we absolutely cannot find them on Wish? Should I even bother doing this? Let me know down in the comments below if I should go ahead and go for that. I'm going to go ahead and just keep looking at this, I guess. I hope you guys have a good day. That's pretty much all I got for you. I will see you guys on another video very soon. You have a good one. Bye.